Okay, so now it's time to talk about the one Mario Kart that I just kind of forget sometimes. Mario Kart DS. It is a Mario Kart. Mario Kart DS, I don't really know much to say about it, to be honest. It's just kind of there. I mean, I don't hate it. I like it. I really do like Mario Kart DS. I think it's one of the better Mario Karts. But I just kind of forget about it. I never grew up with Mario Kart DS, and so I didn't really have any nostalgia for it. And, well, there's other Mario Karts that I'd rather, in general, play. So I don't play it that often. But when I do play it, it is a treat. So, yeah, let's go over Mario Kart DS. First things first. The roster. Mario Kart DS has a smaller roster from Double Dash, however, is one of my favorite rosters. Why? It introduced dry bones to the series. And if you can't tell, I like dry bones. Next, the races. So the races themselves in Mario Kart DS, they're pretty good, to be honest. I do like the races. The race courses themselves are actually good and they still hold up to this day. And most of these courses ended up being fan favorite courses. Courses like Waluigi Pinball or Figure 8 Circuit for some reason. DS's Rainbow Road is pretty good as well, to be honest. Airship Fortress, Shroom Ridge, Peach Gardens, all these courses are really good and they all come from DS. Additionally, I just want to highlight the controls in Mario Kart DS are actually really nice. I like how refined they feel. And Mario Kart DS was also the last Mario Kart to have the old drifting style, where you had to move back and forth on the D-pad or on your stick to be able to get a drift built up. And well, that allowed for Mario Kart DS's infamous snaking issue, where people could just drift one way, then drift the other way, then one way, then the other way, then one way, then the other way, and basically just get an infinite boost. But in general, the race controls, yeah, they're pretty solid. Mario Kart DS has some pretty solid race controls. I like how it controls. You know, when you're turning, it feels like a pretty sharp turn you can get in Mario Kart DS as well, even without drifting. Additionally, items. Mario Kart Wii's items are infamous for being completely unbalanced. I would like to argue DS is worse. I've gotten hit by 1, 2, 3 at most blue shells in something like Mario Kart Wii. In DS, I have been hit by 5 in one race. I am not joking. And that's not in a cup. That's a single race. The blue shells in Mario Kart DS are insane. They are so common. But honestly, I kind of like it. The same reason why I like Mario Kart Wii kind of giving you a lot of bullshit half the time is because it does make the game fun. All the random items and the unfairness, it makes the game fun to play and it makes it more interesting. So I appreciate that. And additionally, Mario Kart DS just in general has a pretty good item selection. You got the bullet bill introduced, you've still got the ghosts being brought back from previous Mario Karts. You've got, you know, your standards, your mushrooms, your shells and all. It's just generally an all-around decent roster. There's nothing really bad about it. But out of all things as well, Mario Kart DS was an innovator in Mario Kart. Out of all Mario Karts, it's introduced 2 things. One of them, which has been asked repeatedly by fans to be brought back, and another one, which has been brought back in every Mario Kart after it. Mission mode and online mode. Mission mode, very simple. It's extra single player content. It adds missions to Mario Kart, where you can beat a boss, or you go through rings, or collect objects and stuff, or whatever, things like that. You see these like little mini-game type things. And while I've not played a whole lot of them, I've played some of them and they are quite fun. I could see how this could be a really good feature to add, especially for a lot of the more casual players where they might not want to play on online lobbies where it can get a lot more competitive and sweaty, especially in modern Mario Karts. And is out of all features from old Mario Kart, it is the one that I have consistently seen people say that they want back. out of all of them, is the one that most people consistently say they want that feature back, is mission mode. And also, as I mentioned, online. Mario Kart DS was the first Mario Kart to introduce an online mode, which is pretty cool. Now, it was limited to 4 players in a lobby only, and it's shut down now, but during that time, that was pretty cool. That's a Mario Kart you can play with people from anywhere across the globe. And of course, well, every Mario Kart after it also added an online mode. Wii has online mode, and infamously, their fan servers still got it up. 7 had online, 8 on Wii U had online, 8 Deluxe currently has online. All of them are online, so Mario Kart DS really was an innovator in there. But one thing, in terms of multiplayer features, I think Mario Kart DS just absolutely hit out of the park was its local play. Mario Kart DS was kind of the first Mario Kart to have local play. Yes, Super Circuit had it before with the link cable, and technically GameCube had it, but it was weird on the GameCube. But DS was the first one to have it convenient. You didn't have to buy a separate link cable. You didn't have to get like 8 GameCubes just to play 16-player Mario Kart. All anyone needed was a DS and a copy of Mario Kart DS, and they could join your lobby. It was that simple. You just opened up a wireless lobby, and anyone nearby could join it. And I have played Mario Kart DS's wireless mode, which, by the way, still works today, of course. And it's really good. It's really polished. It's fun to play. I could see being back at that time when Mario Kart DS was released, being a kid then, I could see it being just fun, just having you and your group of friends, you know, you all put Mario Kart into your DS, you just join your wireless lobby, no fuss. You don't need any sort of link cable or anything to connect them together, you just join the lobby and play. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say on DS. Mario Kart DS is one of my personal weird Mario Karts. Again, I like Mario Kart DS, but I'm not like the biggest fan of it. But I don't hate it. I just think it's just, okay, it's there. But when I actually really think about it, it's honestly one of the more important Mario Karts to the series. I mean, you had like your mission mode, your online, and all the new characters, even characters like Rob somehow made it in, which is just, why Nintendo? But it's still interesting. So yeah, that's pretty much everything on Mario Kart DS. Yeah, final verdict? Mario Kart DS is one of the better Mario Karts in the series. Quite possibly the most important Mario Kart in the series. And personally, yeah, it's pretty good.